Alright, let's dive into something that's both heartbreaking and, honestly, a stark reminder of the power of nature. You've probably heard about the recent earthquake in Japan, but what makes this really interesting is how it's not just about the numbers, it's about the stories, the responses, and the broader implications. So, let's break it down. First off, the death toll has risen to 18, and that's just the confirmed number. What many people don't realize is that in situations like this, the initial count is often just the tip of the iceberg. Personally, I think the real tragedy here isn't just the lives lost, but the uncertainty for the families still waiting for news. Imagine sitting there, not knowing if your loved one is trapped, injured, or worse. It's a level of anxiety that's hard to fathom. Now, let's talk about the Aeon Mall in Kashima City. This place was bustling with 3,000 people when the quake hit. What makes this really interesting is the sequence of events. They managed to evacuate most people to the parking lot, but then a gas explosion occurred in another part of the mall. From my perspective, this raises a deeper question: how prepared are public spaces for such disasters? Evacuation plans are one thing, but what about secondary hazards like gas leaks? It's a detail I find fascinating and, frankly, alarming. Another thing that immediately stands out is the response from Aeon's president, Akio Yoshida. He didn't just issue a statement, he held a press conference, bowed deeply, and took responsibility. In my opinion, this is a cultural nuance that's often overlooked. In Japan, accountability and respect are deeply ingrained, and it shows even in crisis management. It's not just about PR, it's about honoring the lives lost and the trust of the community. Now, let's zoom out for a second. Japan is no stranger to earthquakes, but what this really suggests is that even the most prepared countries can still face significant challenges. The 2016 Kumamoto quake killed at least 50 people, and here we are again. If you take a step back and think about it, this isn't just a local issue, it's a global reminder of our vulnerability to natural disasters. Are we doing enough to prepare for the next big one? One thing that's often misunderstood is the scale of the aftermath. Nearly 35,000 homes without electricity, 15,000 without water, and thousands in shelters. What makes this really interesting is how quickly these basic necessities become critical in a crisis. It's not just about survival, it's about dignity. Imagine being in a shelter, sweltering in the heat, with no air conditioning. It's a logistical nightmare, and it highlights the importance of infrastructure resilience. Finally, let's talk about the human element. Prime Minister Sanai Takaichi said it's a race against time to rescue survivors. Personally, I think this is where the real heroism lies, in the firefighters, soldiers, and volunteers risking their lives to save others. It's easy to focus on the tragedy, but what this really suggests is the incredible capacity for compassion and solidarity in the face of disaster. So, here's my closing thought: earthquakes are inevitable, but the way we respond isn't. From preparedness to accountability to human resilience, there's so much we can learn from this. What do you think? Are we doing enough to prepare for the next big quake? Let me know in the comments below.